Okay. And then the next couple options down here, labels and export. If you want to create mailing labels or if you want to export this data out to a spreadsheet, this is how you'll do it. It works a little differently than it did in Classic, whereas you're not going to have the separate export manager to go to. So when you do your labels and when you do your export, it just works right there on the fly. So if I want to create labels for all of these properties, I can just come down here and click Create Labels, make sure I've got them all checked off, click Create Labels. It'll go ahead and open up the label window there where you're going to choose what label type you want to print them on, 5160, 5161, or 5162 with the USPS barcode. You can use mixed case or capital letters. There's some different things you can do down here to customize these, whether you want to use the tax billing address or the actual property address, of course, is up to you. Do you want to show the current owner? Do you want to include foreign addresses? Do you want to eliminate duplicate labels? Perhaps you have investors who own multiple properties and you'd like to eliminate the duplicate labels, or you can also create custom labels down there at the bottom. So you're going to do all that right there from the little window that pops up, and then out here to the right, it'll show you how many exports you have allowed this month, how many you've currently exported this month, and then how many you have remaining in that for that monthly count. So you have up to 7,500 per month, and then it'll tell you how many you've done and how many you've got left and how many you're about to export in that current export. If you only want to export a specific range of those records, maybe you had pulled up 200 properties and you only wanted to do the first 50, then you can do a print range from 1 to 50, and it would only create the labels for those particular properties. Okay. Once you click Create here, it's going to go ahead and create that then in a Word document, and then you can go ahead and save that Word document. You can print it out. You can do whatever you want to. Once you've printed that Word document out, save that and use it however you want to use it on your own computer. Okay. So that's the labels option. Keep in mind, because there's no export manager anywhere, once you do an export, it's not saved. You can't go back and pull it up later. You just have to do that export again. So I'd recommend, for example, labels. If you're going to print these labels out, go ahead and print them out. Once you've got that Word document open on your computer, go ahead and save that Word document somewhere to your hard drive, whether that's your documents or your desktop or whatever. Make sure you save that, because if you have to come back and do it again, it's going to count again towards your monthly limit to do those labels. Okay. Same thing for your exports. If you want to export the data directly out to a spreadsheet, you click the export option down there. You've got two options. You can do a grid or a customized. If you only want to export exactly what's showing here on the grid, then just do the grid option, and that'll export it out to a grid. If you want to do a customized export, click the Customize button here, and this is where you'll be able to come in and choose all of the individual fields that you actually want to export. So maybe you want to export some owner information as well as some location information and some assessment data. You can come in and pick and choose those different fields over here on the left. Okay. You'll check those off. It'll populate those over here on the right, and then you can come down here and do the export. And again, you'll get a count down here of how many exports you have left for the month, how many you're currently exporting, and how many you have already exported. Okay. One of the nice things down here is you can actually save exports. So, and by save exports, I don't mean you're actually saving the data that you're exporting, but you're actually saving a template. So what you can do is you can come in here and create basically an export template and then save it. I'll just call this one template. Give it a name, call it whatever you want to call it, and then click Save. And it'll go ahead and add that to your list of your saved template exports. So later on, if you want to do that same export, you don't have to spend time to come in here and choose all those fields again. You can simply just come in here and load up that template, and it'll populate those fields up there automatically. So again, it's not saving the actual data, but it's saving the template of the fields that you're including in your export. Okay. And when you're ready, go ahead and just click Export, and it'll pop that out into a spreadsheet. All righty. Let me delete that template I have in here. So that's kind of a quick look there at your grid. I wanted to just touch on, some of the different things you could do here, your labels, your exports, some of the customization that you can do up here at the top. Let me go back to kind of a split view here.